I'm in the wrong spot. Cool. Alright, I is live.
I asked Pacatari to see this vehicle.
Alrighty.
Hit the dirt, helicopter.
Fucking smoke the helo.
I think that's all of them.
Yeah, they would send one of those at me. Sometimes you spawn in a vehicle and it just spawns at such a weird location.
I got it. I'll fly.
Go ahead without me.
Anyway,
Good to go.
I am currently tier 7. Ooh, there's another one coming.
Got a tango. What's your fucking problem? You just hit a civilian.
Wait, what? I missed the Unidad altogether and nailed a civilian. What the crap? See, it's funny because it's the same exact truck. Like, they
Enemy marked.
really want to get a truck down this path. Every time I destroy it, it respawns the exact same truck again. In, like, the exact same location as if it hadn't been destroyed. Yeah, see? I was expecting it to respawn it.
Enemy spotted. We got a non-armored vehicle escorting the convoy. Fuck. Engaging. Escort vehicle destroyed. We don't hit civilians, dumbass. Get your fucking head on straight.
The amount of civilians that I clip with missiles is just absurd, but
Good work. I'll ping the rebels and let them know where they can pick up their meds.
okay. So last night on my laptop, I started working on these
We've got word that a massive shipment of cocaine is being
because there's a good number of these that I can just farm
Make
over
sure
and over
those
and over
trucks
again
don't reach the border.
and get a decent chunk of change off of them. I just need some. Pardon me. But anyway. I have an hour.
Got another tango.
Convoy's destroyed. The cartel just took a big fucking hit to their bottom line.
Outstanding work, Kawani.
Hold up.
Open fire.
Ready to fire. Shit, they spotted us.
See, that's why I don't care. It's only 50 experience.
Outstanding work, Kawani.
So the idea is to do all of them until they're only worth 500 and then stop.
Stating Reed has disrupted the entire smuggling network. Grounding their planes has cut Santa Blanca's output in the province by 2/3.
What about the overland route?
The data you got from the truck depot is allowing us to map the entire operation from beginning to end. Once we're sure we have everything, we'll notify law enforcement across the border and coordinate a series of raids. It'll be a disaster for the cartel.
The locals, too. Santa Blanca employed a hell of a lot of people to operate those trucks.
That's above my pay grade. You want to put people to work? Try the Peace Corps.
I'll keep that in mind. Nomad out. Just spotted one with submachine gun. Coming up on the airstrip now. Target spotted. The baby makes 3. Makes 5. Marking an enemy. Enemy marked.
The idea is if you do this well,
They know we're here.
if you do it carefully, you can kill everyone before they even know you're there. So I've actually been playing Warframe again at work. Come to find out, Warframe is not hard on a PC. Not really.
These supplies will buy
Not
us
compared,
a lot
like,
of goodwill
Wildlands
from
is
rebels.
way harder on your computer to run. Like, takes a lot more resources, a
Entering
lot
the
more
coast
juice, a
now.
lot more
We
everything.
should be receiving
So like running Wildlands is a pain in the butt
Set up for the
on
ambush.
my work laptop. Warframe, it doesn't even heat up the computer, which is like, but then you're not loading an entire world. You're just loading one level,
I'll catch up with you. Let's ride.
and enemies spawn in periodically versus are generated and have their own like alive patterns that they follow. You know.
Escort vehicle is destroyed.
Tango down. Let's notify Bowman. Bowman, Boston Reed is no longer on the playing board.
Traffic cancel. It's been a big problem here for a long while. Of course, someone in Santa Blanca is gonna bloody us all with it.
So I need to do the convoy,
Like an asshole.
We stopped Boston
and there's also
Reed, freed a few innocent
That one.
folk. It's a good day.
Better than others, anyway. Bowman out.
So what I'm probably going to do right now is just take out this convoy, go hit the other convoy, fly south, or or fast travel south. Probably fly south, just because there's so many Unidad between here and there.
Get a chopper.
Escort has been destroyed. The helo's done. Going hot. Escort vehicle is destroyed.
Ryan, how you doing, man? What game is this? This is called Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's kind of a... It's GTA 5 and Sniper Elite 4 had a baby, is what this is. if you were to put a name on it. It's a lot of fun. It's just
Area secure. We'll pass
the-
word
the-
to the rebels and tell them
what do
where
you
to
call
find
it?
the food truck.
oh
Let's
my
go. I asked the rebels to
my
send a
helicopter's all
vehicle
shot
for
up.
us.
Let's order a new one. Here we go. Anyway, so basically, it's the sequel is coming out in like 2 months, and
ahead,
they
I'll
had a
catch up.
list of things where it's like, hey, if you do all of these things, when the new one comes out, you will get so much free
We've got word that a
stuff
massive
in it,
shipment
right?
of
So like, for
cocaine is
example, if you
being
look here,
transported by convoy to
just if
Brazil.
you look at
Make
guns,
sure those trucks
there's
don't
like
reach the border.
there's like 200 guns in this game. Like, there's a crap ton of guns, and a lot of these I still never got, just because you had to like get them in the store or unlock them through crates or blah blah blah, right? Anyway, so basically, the new game is coming out here in about 2 months, 2.5 months is when the next game comes out. The sequel comes out, and they're like, hey, if you complete so much stuff, then you get so much free content. Well, one of them, which I didn't do yet, was get to tier 1, and I didn't get to tier 1 because tier 1 just pisses me off. And so I've been farming it slowly and grumpily. I've been farming it for about a month now, and I'm down to the last like 6 or 7 levels.
Convoy's destroyed. The cartel just
There
took a
we
big
go.
fucking hit.
Okay. So we need to come down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tag convoys on my way down. So basically, as of this point, I'm trying to get as much experience as I can. And the way to... Not far then. Yes and no. I'm getting there, is the correct answer. I'm getting there. A lot of these levels are pretty slow. Like, the amount of time it'll take for me to, like, if everything goes well. Yeah, I killed civilians with that one. Yeah, I did. But yeah, if everything goes to plan, I can do about a level every couple hours. Every hour or two, I can get another level. Problem is, if you do the math on that, that means it's gonna take me like I'm level 7 right now. It means it's gonna take me about 14 hours, 14 to 20 hours to finish dropping tier 1. So like, I'm getting there, it's just slow. I hate this one. So this town right here is full of bad guys. So if I nuke the convoy while it's in the city, then I have to like kill every single bad guy before I can tag the convoy and get the experience. And that part sucks because the guys that spawn in are super annoying. So I'll take out this Unidad while I'm waiting. But what I found is one of the fastest ways on single player to gain experience and level up is to just get yourself a really good attack chopper with really good rocket pods. Like, do I still play Factorio? I haven't played for a while. I do, kind of. The issue I've run into lately is that there aren't really any realistic long-term objectives in that game right now, and they redid the science where the science is really annoying. Like the last science and a half, like the part that I hate is that the last 2 sciences minus space are relatively worthless.
What's your fucking problem? You just hit a civilian.
And what I mean by that is everything that you want, that is the last 2 sciences, are basically fluff. Most of the technologies at that point, you don't need them to run your base. You don't need them, like, your base is completely done, completely established. You're basically done with the game, and there's like a third of the technologies you never get. Yeah, like you only need to need it for rocket launch. Yeah, basically. So like, everything else you don't need it for. And that's where it's like, And I've kind of gotten burned out on it just because it's like, I need more late game objectives that are tech driven. You know what I mean? And the problem is, what I've been doing is I'll do like I'll do timed technology, for example, because then it eliminates science altogether. And if I do that, it's actually fairly fun to a certain extent. And then it's just a matter of how fast can I, bump up my power. The issue that I'm running into is I want to find the right mods where I can make an extremely power hungry mod pack. where there's a crap ton of mods and it's extremely, extremely power hungry. Because I love solar, I love doing the oil stuff. Like, there's all kinds of stuff I love doing.
Escort vehicle destroyed.
But yeah, I'm just getting annoyed because it's like I'll put, you know, 90 hours in,
I'm
or
opening fire.
30 to 90 hours into a world,
Escort destroyed.
and then I get done and I go, eh. Like, I'll go to get back on and it's like I've rebuilt my base like 6 times. Although, one of the things that I have done is I found a mod that starts you off with enough resources for a base. Like, you've never done a nuclear power setup. It's okay. Did it blow up? Did it not? Is it
Nice
gonna
job.
blow me up now?
Rebels will
What's
make
going
great
on here?
use of this stuff. Far better
Apparently
than
it already
the
blew up.
cartel.
I found that doing the quick start mods, so like I have a mod that starts me off with a very basic power armor with like robots and stuff,
Go on, homie.
and then I have another one that starts me off with, what is it?
Got a tango.
I have another one that starts me with enough materials to start a small base, so like basically it chops the first probably 2 hours of grinding and farming to get your basics. You already start with that instead, which is nice. But yeah, it's just interesting. I'm trying to find the right mod pack. Well, yeah, the problem is I don't want to burn out in the first few minutes when I've hardly done anything, you know what I mean? My issue is that the further, like, I have a two-part issue that I'm running into right now on my worlds. The one is that the resource spawning on the world is kind of absurd. Like, you spawn so much crap. Like, they're like, you think of how much. Oh boy. Funny part is, oh, it did get it. Nice. I was gonna say, funny part is it didn't kill the other one. Anyway, the issue I'm running into is when I look at like the resource spawning, I want a world where I am forced to go continue harvesting resources. Like I either want it to force a pretty big train world where I have to go out and do train stuff, or I want it to force the sciences to be more balanced. The problem is they're not balanced at the moment, and it drives me nuts.
What's the background?
Yeah, I missed the other one. Got him. 1,000 experience right there. But anyway,
Escort vehicle destroyed.
but yeah, what I want is I want a
Fire, fire, fire!
world where I can have like,
Good to go.
I want the sciences to not be stupid. I want to have to prioritize large-scale resource farming, and I want to
Escort vehicle
prioritize
destroyed.
like train worlds, because train worlds are a lot of fun, you know. I might actually get to tag this one. Wow. So, typically, gonna grab some food, be right back. You're good. So typically the convoys, I just nuke them and destroy them, and then
There's a
just
full
grab them
fuel
for their
truck in the
experience
convoy.
because I don't care about
Let's
the
rob and put it
resources
to
anymore.
Rebels. Truck acquired, and it's topped off
Like,
with
I have
gas.
so much
I'll call the
resource and
rebels
it's
to let 'em know
completely
where it
worthless
is.
at this point. I mean, I could grab just about any weapon in my arsenal and like max it out now. What am I at? 200, 200, 200, 100. Yeah. My lowest resource is 101k, which is pretty absurd.
Go ahead, I'll meet you.
We've got coordinates on
But yeah, I love Factorio. It's a ton of fun. I absolutely love the game. But the issue is just trying to find a good balance for my play style. Because like I like worlds where I have to fight to keep it. Like I like worlds where I have to fight the enemies. The biggest issue I have right now is that I just don't have enough throughput. Like I'll build a base and I'll beat the game. Like I'll set the resources to low and I'll beat the game on the first 2 waves of resource patches. Like I've got a mega base, it's not gonna fall. Like it's too powerful of a base, it's not gonna go anywhere. And yet I've only burned through the first patch, like the patch I started with, and then 1 patch out, and I've beaten the game. And I'm like, what the crap is the point at that, you know?
We got the helo. Jesus, you just hit a civilian.
Probably. You shot a civvy. Yeah. Back just eating it. You're good, Ryan. You do you, boy. We'll all rip. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm regularly shooting civilians in this game. And it's not even on purpose. They're just in the way all the time. And where I'm flying around with an attack chopper just nuking people, you know, what choices do I have? But anyway, basically I found a couple spots where it's like, I found a bunch of provinces where it's like, do this mission and then hurry and go do this mission, and then do this mission and hurry and go do this mission. And so like, you can basically just go back and forth between 2 missions, get a crap ton of experience from them, and then move on to the next 2. So this one has 4. This area has 4.
Guess Santa Blanca spotted the crash too.
So this one has 4 missions, this one area. And if I do the 4 missions, I get a crap ton of experience real fast. Okay, there's one there. And I missed completely.
Engage target.
Get out of here.
Fuck, we're made.
There's one there.
There's lieutenants on the run.
There's one there. I missed one. Where is it? Oh, it's right there.
Cocaine
Got it.
shipment destroyed. Bowman is done. Macabre and the negotiator
And then there's
are
this
dead.
stupid base next to me with a
This will cripple negotiations.
resource helicopter where the guy flies away as soon as I start attacking this location.
El Sueño will tell the Peruvians to go fuck themselves. Everybody goes
Get him.
away.
Gotcha.
Unhappy.
Okay, so basically I do this mission, and then I do La Cabra.
Accept that.
So the best way to do it is there's 2. There's this one and the one directly south, and then there's one middle south, and then far east. And so if I do this one and that one, the one I'm going to right now, the one I just did and the one I'm going to, if I just farm these 2 back and forth, and the idea is you can restart the one mission from the other location. And so I can just farm these 2 locations, get a crap ton, I can get like 10k experience, and then take the experience, and then start the next one. And go another 10k experience. Because typically, each mission set is about hacks. Yeah, close enough. It's farming. I mean, at this point, it's just, hey, you have 500,000 experience you have to gain between now and the time you hit tier 1, and taking out a convoy is 500 experience. So do the math on how long it's going to take me to do this, you know?
There's the Peruvian negotiator. We got eyes on Macabre. Negotiator's
Okay,
down.
see, so I hit
Dead.
that one. That's
CCC is
4,000
down. Say again,
experience
Macabre is
with the
down.
amount of extra
Target
kills I got.
KIA.
And then I can go, hey, let's activate the northern plane again.
We've got coordinates on several downed airplanes loaded with Peruvian cocaine.
But the way the game is designed is each mission is worth so much experience, and then every time you do it, it halves the experience down to 400, about 400. And so what I'm doing now is like I'll do these 2 missions until they're only worth 400, and then I'll move on to the next mission. But so every time I do it, I'm getting half as much experience as the previous run. So my first experience, like that one right now that I just did, I think I got about 4,000 for each of those. So I did 4,000, 4,000, so that was 8,000 experience. Now I'm going to do it again, and I'm only going to get 4,000 experience between both. But they're fast. Like it's the whole, I can get 20,000 experience in like a half an hour to an hour. You know? And that's the idea, is how fast can I do it?
Got 2 birds coming in. Guess now
This one's
lots of
annoying
bugs to
because
crash, too.
the difficulty, that's a bird in my thing. This one's annoying because the difficulty adds an extra bird on it. You're kidding me. They get so close and my seeker missiles won't converge fast enough to hit them. This one's annoying because they changed it where on this difficulty you end up with 3 birds instead of, and I missed again. He just gets right up in my face and I can't hit him. Get the crap out of here. This one's annoying because on any difficulty other than this one, and it's funny, it's even in the tooltip. They're like, oh no, there's 2 birds incoming. On the hardest difficulty, there's 3. So I have to fight 3 helicopters.
Engaging hostile.
And then I shoot that one, and shoot. Too high up. Those 2, and that one's done.
Shipment destroyed.
Okay, so I wait till it gives me the thing saying I got it, and then I can go down and do this one again.
We have intel that La Cabra is
This one's my
scheduled
least
for a meeting
favorite
with her
just
Peruvian
because of the
counterpart.
helicopters
Crash
coming
the
in.
meeting and
All of
eliminate
the other
them
3
both.
I can literally just fire like twice and leave. Well, the farthest south one, that one I attack from a specific angle and I can nail all of them without getting shot at like hardly at all. Like I'll get shot twice by guys on the ground and then I'm done and I fly away. This one with the helicopters is by far the most stressful. And then it's just a matter of fly time. How long does it take me to fly there? Technically, and here's the other interesting part. I earn way more experience playing by myself than I do with having people with me. And it's because I'm such a low tier and all my friends that play are such a high tier. So like I'm tier 7, they're tier like mid 30s or mid 20s.
Got eyes on a
And so I'll lose like a third of my experience.
Negotiators down.
What other
Dead.
vehicles are there?
APT is down. Say again. La Cabra is
Hang on. Other vehicles you have,
down. Target KIA.
so they're classified into 3 levels of vehicle. You have your aircraft, you have your heavy vehicles, and then you have like your cars. So like you've got sports cars, you've got just regular sedans, you've got Cadillacs, stuff like that, or Cadillac equivalents, and then you have your mid-ranges where it's like you've got trucks with turrets on the back, armored trucks with turrets on the back. You have like an APC and stuff like that. And then there's a couple like silly custom cars. And then the top range are the helicopters, and you've got like, oddly enough, they didn't have a motorcycle that was a call-in. I was really surprised about that. But anyway, there's a ton of helicopters. I think there's like
Got 2 birds
7 or
coming
8
in.
different kinds of
Blanca
helicopters.
spotted the crash too.
Now, a lot of them are the same quote-unquote helicopter with different attachments. So, like, for example, one of them is a...
I'm opening fire on these shitheads.
Got it. There's only one left. And I can't see it. It's right there. The problem is when you do these missions for the first time, all the arrows are gold or yellow. When you redo them, they're white, which means if you're playing in the Arctic during the day, it's white on white and you have no idea where anything is. A lot of the helicopters are just repeats of the same helicopter, which is like, okay. But it's like, you've got a regular base helicopter you get just for playing the game, and then the rest are all like DLC ones you can unlock.
Crash the meeting.
And so like this one here, Like they had a feature where, and here's where this game differs from a lot of other games with the same concept. This game has a triple loot crate system. There's 3 different loot crates. One is one where you can literally just, or 2 of the 3, you can literally just spend so much money and unlock all of it. Unlike games like Fortnite or Apex or a lot of those other ones, or where like there's a really low chance of you like you're on your 75th duplicate of the exact same one, even though there's 150 things you haven't unlocked yet. You're still on duplicates. You know what I mean? This game doesn't do that for 2 of the 3 loot systems. 2 of the 3, like I think I waited till the credits went on sale, and then I bought like probably $70 worth of credits and bought 100% of the loot crate DLC.
Mark the captain.
And then there's one extra one, and it's based around the PvP.
Negotiators down. Dead.
And that's the one where it's like
down.
no one cares
Say again,
anyway, so
Cobra is down. Target KIA.
did hit it. But yeah. Okay, so if we look here, the northern's down to 400, that one's down to 400, so now we can go southern.
We've got coordinates on several downed airplanes loaded with Peruvian cocaine intended for the cartel. Get to the crash
And these ones
sites
aren't too
and
bad.
destroy the shipments before Santa Blanca can recover them.
This one's really easy, the other one is, so like there's 4 of these, 2 of them are kind of meh, and then 2 of them are really easy. So like this one's shooting the Le Cabre and the Negotiator, it's literally 1 rocket volley from space and you take them out. This one is relatively easy here, the one I'm doing right here. And it's because you just fly in from this angle right here. And you just go, you nuke that building,
And eyes on a captain.
and then you nuke that one. And then I nuke that one. And then last volley there. So 4 shots
Destroyed.
and a crap ton of experience. And then I go, hey, next mission, we want the eastern plane. And the eastern plane kind of sucks because it's guarded by heavies,
We've got
which
coordinates on several downed airplanes loaded
do a
with Peruvian
decent amount of
cocaine
damage to
intended
the
for
helicopter that
cartel.
I'm in.
Get to the crash sites and destroy the shipments before Santa Blanca can recover them.
It's fairly nice though, because it's like, this one only sucks because of the flight distance. It's like 5K away from each other. But it's pretty simple, because it's like I fly to the one, fire 4 shots, and then head back to the other one. This one I have to fire like 5 shots, and then I head back to the other one. Does the XP earn go back to full amount after a while? Yes. The way that is determined is kind of weird. It's a mix of time and leveling. So like every time you level up your character, or every time you do another tier, it seems to drop again, or go back up. And then after like a week or something of play, it'll go up automatically if you haven't leveled up.
Enemy spotted. Spotting another tango. We got 3rd target.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point where Unidad vehicles aren't worth hardly anything anymore to destroy, which sucks, because it's like
Still alright.
a lot of these vehicles, like, you know, they used to be worth like 500 experience each, and now it feels like they're not worth anything. What was that one worth? It didn't tell me. Now, I really like this game. I just wish that the tier 1 wasn't so grindy. Like, I could play the entire game over. I could probably play the entire campaign 2 or 3 times and not hit the thing.
Marking an enemy.
Alright, so we're gonna go thermal. Because when I get close enough to see the arrows. There we go. We got one there.
Weapons free. Weapons
Got
free.
one there.
They've seen us.
Of course, an Unidad flew right at me. Whew, he barely missed me. Ugh, I can't stand it. Ticks me off so bad. Alright, what one did I miss? Got it. And now I need to go get a new helicopter because this one's dying.
That batch of pulver block.
Southern. But yeah,
Blanco is destroyed.
it's just really, really, really grindy. Like, I'm gonna spend an extra 20, 30 hours grinding this out. which is just absurd because it's like, oh, hello.
Another tango.
Yeah, I absolutely killed the rebels just now. You are correct. I did. I saw them and I shot them.
I asked Pat Katari to send us a vehicle.
There we go. But yeah, it's just super heinous because it takes so long to do. Think of the weapons. Oh, it's for one. I think it's for one weapon. That's the dumb part. I think I'm doing all of this, like 30 hours of grinding for a single weapon. It's supposed to be amazing, whatever it is. It better be the bee's freaking knees for me spending 30 hours grinding it out to get it, you know? Like, it better just shoot lightning bolts, you know? You thought it was for 2 or 3? I don't know, is it? Now I'm gonna look it up. Tier 1 weapons or breakpoint. Okay. Oh, enemies have levels now. I hate that. That's one of my least favorite features in a game. Having levels with enemies is my least favorite thing. See, I hate that. I think it's so stupid. I'm trying to find where it talks about it. In Ghost Recon Wildlands Tier 1 mode, you can level up blah blah. Yeah, I just think it's stupid. I'm trying to find it. It had a thing somewhere, and I don't remember where it's at, where it talked about what you could grind. Okay, so when you do Tier 1, just for doing Tier 1, period. Oh, sorry, I'm smacking the mic. Just for doing Tier 1 once, you get one weapon in Wildlands for doing Tier 1 once. And then when you play the second game, the sequel, it gives you one more weapon guaranteed for having it. Hang on. I googled the wrong thing. I just remembered what I'm supposed to look for. Breakpoint wards from Wildlands. Okay. Okay. I love how the images are not loading. I love when they show you what you get in an image and then the image doesn't load. I love that. Well, I'm not using your website ever again. Is this the one I want? Nope, that's not it. Is it this one? Okay. So PvE, play Ghost Recon Wildlands at least once. Beat El Sueño and the main 4 Buchons in the main campaign. Beat El Sueño and the 4 main Buchons in Ghost Mode. Reach Tier 1. And then there's a bunch... beat all of the operational objectives, as well as play 2 games of Ghost Mode in a row without quitting. Play 1 match after reaching Prestige 1. So I might have to consider Prestige. Well, the problem is I want the one where it actually shows me the picture of what it is. The problem is the stupid thing doesn't show it. I'm hoping I'll find one of these that actually shows me. Nope, that one doesn't show me either. Wait, what? Wait, what? I feel like I've been lied to. I'm now rereading it and it's totally different from what I read last time. Okay, so it's saying... So explore the wildlands, play Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon at least once and you'll unlock a pickup. Complete the campaign. Take down El Sueño and his 4 Buchons to wield Sueño's favorite weapon in Tom Clancy's Breakpoint. So basically it's an automatic silent shotgun. Complete Ghost Mode. In Ghost Mode, complete the campaign, unlock all parts of the exosuit, excluding silver and gold color, to claim this exclusive emblem and title in Ghost Recon. So you get an emblem and a title. Take on Tier 1 mode. Reach Tier 1 in Ghost Recon Wildlands campaign to unlock this exclusive emblem and title. It's an emblem and a title. It's not even content. Mind you, it's really cool looking. But it's like, I don't think I even have to beat it. Finish 3 rounds of Ghost War without quitting to unlock this exclusive close quarters combat knife in Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Finish 3 rounds of Ghost War without quitting. It does look cool, but a weapon would be better. Oh, a weapon would be way better. I mean, I like emblems. Emblems are cool. Special operation stuff. Do the Sam Fisher mission to start off with a pistol. Link up with Twitch to get a rifle. Link up with, or do Babysitter to get another rifle. Do the walkthrough with Walker to get a optical attachment. A laser aptile HD, some kind of a laser sight. Find the hidden confident blueprint Kingslayer file in Operation Oracle to receive a cool reward. I need to figure out that last one because I don't think I've done that one. You'll need to be sure you're connected to the internet while doing the requirements, blah blah blah. Project ends the 27th of September. So that gives me 2 months to finish it. Well, sorry, I'm petting the cat. 27th of September, yeah. I want to do it anyway. One thing someone mentioned is they wish they would put a feature in where it would tell you your progress towards all of them. Or like as soon as one of them unlocks, have it be like an alert and be like, hey, you've completed this.
Third target.
Okay. That would be nice, yeah. What I'd like to do is I would like to, the dumb part is this objective here is absurd. Like, if you think of the amount of time it takes to beat Tier 1, to reach Tier 1 in Tier 1, it's absurd. It's so much time. Yeah. I hate the lock-on missiles. I've had 3 volleys against an enemy facing me miss. Do I have any other pets? I have 2 cats. They're both brothers. I have a charcoal kitty and an orange kitty. The mom was a calico and the dad was a Siamese. Made for a very interesting litter. There was 3 Siamese, 2 charcoals, and 2... So, yeah, 3 Chinese, 2 charcoals, and 2 orange cats from the litter. One of my only regrets in life is not bringing one of the charcoal kitties home to, or one of the Siamese kitties home with us too. We grabbed 2. I wish we had gotten 3. Mainly for the emotional health of the cats. We have one cat that is super docile and very kind of depressed, and then the other one is super energetic and super snuggly. and they swapped. They used to be the opposite before we had them fixed, and then both of them did a 180 on their mood swings
Enemy
when
spotted.
we did that.
Another tango.
I just think that the one cat that's kind of the attention junkie, I think he would have calmed down a lot more if he had had another brother, or the one that.
They've seen
There
us.
we go. I've just noticed things like that, like just how the animals react. Like the orange kitty acts like a hormonal gothic
Fire.
teenager.
Roger.
Like most of the time he's like, don't touch me, don't talk to me, don't look at me, you know. Most of the time he's very like, you know, leave me alone. And then he gets tired, and then he'll come and he'll walk up to me and like headbutt my leg and be like, pet me. And then I'll be sitting here like streaming, and he'll hop up on my lap and he'll curl up into a ball and fall asleep on my lap. The orange kitty will. And then so that's Tigger, the orange one, and then Berlioz, which is the charcoal kitty, Berlioz from Aristocats. He'll come sit on the chair next to me while I'm streaming, or sit directly behind me and meow at me. One or the other, or both, right? Your cat was like Tigger? Yeah. I have approximately 15 minutes till I need to get off. My wife and I are going shopping here in a minute. I have work at 4, and then my wife wants to go buy an iPad. She had a Nook for like 7 years, 6 or 7 years, and it's dying.
Cargo destroyed.
Okay. But yeah, so she wants to go shopping and buy an iPad. Primarily an iPad because it'll allow her to FaceTime her mom, who also has an iPad. So I have to go help her do that here in a few minutes, and then I have work at 4, so it's almost 1 o'clock now. So I'll go help her do that, and then I'll have to pack up and get ready to go to work. I'm finding that work is really kind of annoying this time of year. During the winter and during the spring, I love it. During the summer, I hate it. So I'm hoping things will get better here in the near future. The issue that we have is that we had a manager get fired for not doing anything wrong. Oh, so stupid. We had a manager that was questioning the decisions of the company. Like,
Marking an enemy.
that was the crime. The crime was
Enemy marked.
the company did something stupid, and the manager questioned it and was like, I don't think we should do that, or I think that's a bad decision. And so they got rid of her. It was stupid. Like, she was the best manager I'd ever had in a company ever. And they got rid of her because she did too good of a job. Super dumb. And then, let's see here, Southern. It's really weird because it's like Southern is directly down, Eastern is Southern right, and then, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that. No, it's fine. It's dumb. It's very dumb. It's just stupid because we had there, and I didn't even realize it. I just barely found out more recently. We had 2 employees that were hired. One was hired, one was coming down from another location, which was about an hour away to cover shifts, and both of them got fired because both of them were straight up breaking the rules. Like, so let me explain. I work in a job where we work with people that are a part of like the Medicaid system, and Medicaid, and typically the people that we work with are both on Medicaid and on some level of welfare because they're disabled, right? So there's some kind of disability, there's some kind of government and healthcare system thing that is covering them. And so anything that's based off the Medicaid system is incredibly uptight, which is a good thing. It's a good thing because you don't want people abusing that.
Another tango.
You know, it's a system that you want people to obey and take care of and not abuse, right? And so the issue is we had 2 workers that I didn't know about that were breaking rules.
Fuck, we're made.
Cargo
So,
destroyed.
like, for example, we have a really strict policy of not eating any of the client's stuff. Okay, that's all of the missions here. So now I can just go back to hunting. How far did we get from that? Oh, actually pretty far. Good. But anyway, so like for example, there's a pretty strict policy of not eating any food of the clients. For the simple fact of the client's food is through the welfare system because they're disabled. And so it's like they have all this, all of their food is from the welfare system, meaning as a worker who is working and everything else, you have zero business touching their food, period. Like there is no reason, there's no excuse for any person in the company to be eating the food of the client when the client's on welfare. That is morally wrong and socially wrong and like politically wrong in so many ways, right? And that was a problem. We had, now mind you, our client, I'm trying to decide how much to say. Let me just say this: our client struggles with people of the opposite gender and wanting to basically pamper and play host for the people of her stuff. Actually fired that early. I was surprised I hit. But anyway, so like for example, we'll have like the client will make dinner and make a lot of dinner, and then we'll try to push some of it on the worker. And the answer is no. Cook correctly portioned for yourself, and don't cook extra for us, because we're not going to eat it. You know, we're not allowed to. And so it's super annoying because it's like some of the workers were choosing to just be like whatever and just eat it. Well, the problem is that means that the client is now cooking extra food during certain people's shifts and is running shorter on money and food later, right? And it's the worker's fault. So like that's a big deal, right? Another one that we had was, and this one just blows my mind. There was a worker or two that would go to job sites and like no crap, like go to bed. Like they're on the clock and they would go and just curl up on the couch and fall asleep. I had no idea this was happening because, mind you, they were new employees or employees that were covering from another region. Because like none of our employees that we had would do that. There was 5 or 6 of us that were really, really good employees, and we would not, like, we were, you know, right on the line for the rules and everything. So like there was a bunch of us that were like very, very uptight on the rules, and it was like, no, we're absolutely obeying the rules. And then they randomly had 2 people come, like one was a new hire, one was a cover, and then like come to find out, like the part of our whole thing is that the client that I work with is 24-hour care because of health conditions. There are extensive health situations where my client needs additional supervision for health reasons. And so come to find out, one of the workers would like fall asleep on the couch and let the client leave without the worker. And so now you've got a client out and about, like in public by herself, and she has health conditions. And that's a huge no-no. Like the whole reason why we're there is to help protect the client. You know, we're there for the client, and then we've got we got 2 people that are not that are sleeping during shifts and getting paid. They're getting paid to sleep and let the client just leave. and not be supervised so that the client's safe. It's like, what the heck? And it was interesting because like the one other worker who's really good, she's like, man, everything's just going to crap. And I'm like, what do you mean it's going to crap? Because I hadn't heard anything. Now, mind you, this other worker, she's really good, and she's like one of the best workers you'll ever meet ever. And she's like, oh man, like everything's going to crap. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't see anything going to crap. And then she was the one that explained all these things that she had seen and heard that was going on. And I'm like, oh, so there's all kinds of horrible crap going on, and no one's doing anything about it. And part of the problem is with the removal of the manager that we had, they gave us a manager who is based an hour away, so not a local manager. Our manager is an hour away minimum, which, by the way, doesn't help the situation. So now it's like, any new workers that are here just do whatever the crap they want because there's no policing it. And that's huge. I was like, that's horrible, you know? One, because it's horrible for the client, first off. Because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. And to a certain level, it's also I don't know exactly how the rules and laws of this part work, but to a certain extent, it's also fraud.
Escort vehicle is destroyed.
To be doing things that are paid under Medicaid and not be doing it. Oh, that's where am I? Okay, apparently there's a ton of missiles in this area.
I'm opening fire on these shitheads. They've seen us.
But yeah, so basically things kind of started going to crap for a while,
Escort is being destroyed.
which is just nuts.
Escort vehicle
Yeah, but if
is-
something happens to the client when worker is asleep, it's on them, surely. Well, yes, it is on them,
The RLT is making
but
a
it
report.
shouldn't happen in the first place. There's no
What the hell? You
excuse
just
for
hit
it.
a civilian.
You know what I mean? And this is where it comes back to bite people. If something like that happens, you lose clients as a company. Okay, so if you have a single employee doing dumb things like that, and then we lose a client over that one stupid employee, that costs. Think about it. Let's say, for example, I think my client has like 5 or 6 staff that rotate, right? To make sure that there's 24-hour care and that we have enough people, and that, like, if we need time off, we can get time off, kind of a thing. So if you figure one person does something stupid and costs you a client, that's 5 people out of a job for one idiot. One idiot will cost 5 people their job because they just decided to not, you know? And that's where it gets really nasty and where it's a really big deal. It's like every client you lose costs the company thousands of dollars a month and costs you employees. So one bad employee can cost you a bunch of good employees. And because then you suddenly have a bunch of employees that are out of work until you can find another client in the area. And that sucks.
Look, we're made.
What are we at? About an hour? Okay, I'm gonna call it here in a second and hop off. I'll do this last objective and then I'll call it. About to say I was getting locked onto by a SAM site in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, that's where it gets really, like, you know. So funny story, right here where I'm at on the map, this region right here between these two, there's like 11 anti-air here, and I don't know why. You gotta go walk your dog. That's good timing because I was gonna hop off too, so I can hop off and go do my thing, and you can hop off and go do your thing, and I'll catch you later, man. But yeah, here, I'll just call it then. Alright, if you're hopping off, I'll catch you later. Let's see here. I may or may not be able to get on tomorrow or Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week I should be able to get on because I'm working 2 graveyards and then 2 days off. I'm hoping there's rumors that I'm going to be picking up a lot more graveyards in the next while. Thanks for the awesome stream. For sure, man. My pleasure. I'm hoping that I'll be able to pick up more graveyards in the future because they give me more time to stream versus the swings. The swings I like, you know, because I work late, and so like I usually am off at a certain time. Monday, Tuesday, might be working Monday, Tuesday, but you'll try to catch the streams for sure. Otherwise, just catch them because you're watching on YouTube, right? Just check them out. Otherwise, if you're not around for the streams, just double check them on, like, watch them later on YouTube or whatever else, and we'll go from there. So thanks for swinging by and hanging out with me, Ryan. I'll catch you later.